Today we will learn about heart rate and how it reacts to different stimuli. Our learning outcomes are: students will be able to understand that various factors may affect heart rate, such as exercise and sensory stimuli. Students will be able to understand that heart rate varies amongst people and when resting and non-resting. Students will also learn how to calculate their maximum heart rate and resting heart rate. So what exactly is a heart rate? It is the number of heartbeats per unit of time, usually in beats per minute. Your resting heart rate is the number of times your heart beats per minute while it's at rest. This is when the body is not exposed to any recent exertion or stimulation. Your non-resting heart rate is the number of times your heart beats each minute when it isn't at rest. Your maximum heart rate is the highest heart rate an individual can achieve without severe problems through exercise stress. This differs based on your age. It can be calculated using the formula 207 minus your age times 0.7. This is only an estimation, and it is well beyond what most people reach during exercise. For example, if you are 39 years old, your estimated maximum heart rate would be about 180 beats per minute. You may use a calculator to figure out your maximum heart rate. How can you check your resting heart rate? First, place the tips of your index and middle finger against your inner wrist or on your throat to either side of your windpipe. Watch a clock with a second hand and count the number of heartbeats in 30 seconds, starting with 0 on the first heartbeat. Now multiply the count by 2 to get your resting heart rate in beats per minute. You can do this a couple of times and take the average. Why does your heart rate change? Heart rate changes in response to stimuli. What is stimuli? Stimuli can be anything that influences or causes a temporary increase of physiological activity or response in the whole organism or in any of its parts. Some examples of stimuli include physical activity, sleep, anxiety, stress, illness, ingestion of drugs, music, scents, lights, getting hurt, and many more. So let's break this down a bit. Everyone has responded to stimuli even if you aren't aware of it. Surely you or someone you know has burnt their hand before, just like this poor guy. He is responding to the heat by removing his hand. What other responses might he have, and what is the stimuli in this situation? Removing his hand from the heat is an example of an external response. We aren't the only ones who respond to stimuli. Animals and plants also respond to stimuli. Not only can stimuli cause external responses, but they can also cause internal responses such as an increased heart rate, increased breathing, release of adrenaline, sensation of pain, and many more. We hope that you have learned a lot about heart rate and how it reacts to stimuli and what the internal and external responses are.